Hello guys and welcome back to Purgatory, or at least that's how it's starting to feel waiting for these Everton games to roll around. We've of course got Spurs with Conte's first Premier League game coming up, so let's have a look at the injury news, which is changing every week, and come up with a prediction of the lineup we think we might see. So in terms of injury news, Luca Dean is training, all things going well, he should be in contention to start, which would be great for us. But on the flip side, still no Mina. Dreadful news. No Gomez, no Doucouré and Calvert-Lewin. That's key players all over the pitch, isn't it? I mean, Mina probably plays a huge role in the fact we're conceding so much from set pieces. Doucouré is the reason we're getting bullied in the midfield every game. And Calvert-Lewin is, of course, our biggest goal threat. So they're three huge injuries. Gomez, of course, being out as well isn't great in terms of depth. But we'll see what we can put together, cobble together, because we've got a tough run of games coming, and we need to sort out a team that can play and try and get some sort of results out of the next few games, or we're going to be in trouble come December. In goal, Jordan Pickford will start. The back line, I'm going to assume Luca Dean will be back, because a little bit of good luck would be great at the moment. Seamus Coleman would be at right back. Mason Holgate, I think, will be dropped. I think Holgate and Keane is our worst partnership. I'm not saying individually they're our two worst centre-backs, but together they just seem to prompt mistakes out of each other. They're not on the same wavelength. Anytime they've started together, we've conceded at least one through some sort of mistake. I can think back specifically to Spurs, either last season or the season before where they started together, we conceded a couple. Because those two just were not on the same wavelength. Balls bouncing over, men getting lost between them and going through on goal. So the sooner we can drop that centre-back partnership, the better. So it'd be Keane, and I think Godfrey would come in from the left and play centre-back with him. He's not looked 100% since coming back from COVID, but he's an upgrade for me. Then on the left, we'll say Luca Dean is fit and cross our fingers. I'm going to go with a big change of shape here. I'm not necessarily thinking Benitez will do this, but after seeing what's happened to us against opposition, that's, we're not talking world beaters here in the last couple of games, but our midfield is being overrun. Doucouré has been doing the job of two men. I think Alan's been having to play a more defensive role that just isn't what he does out and out. So I think we're going to have three men to compensate in that midfield. Drop one of our more creative attacking threats. I think we're going to see Alan still, and then joining him, Gbamin to keep his place. I know he did not have a good game, but what he's suffered for not having is any consistent run in the team. So, I mean, if there's a period to give it to him and an experiment whilst we're down bad anyway, we might as well keep him in there and hope that he becomes the player we thought he would be. And as much as it pains me to say this, in my core, in my heart and in my soul, I think we will see Delph in that midfield. It'll either be instead of Gbamin if there's sort of wholesale changes in the midfield, or it will be alongside them as the three that I'm describing now. So I think Alan, Delph and Gbamin, it's like the Bermuda Triangle. I hate looking at it written down in front of me. On the right, Andros Townsend, of course, will have to drop one of the front line from last game. I think it'll be Iwobi, and I don't think it's a contest. Townsend on one side, Gray on the other side, and Richarlison through the middle. Of course, the big debate there, though, is why isn't Gordon there? I think if it was a case of him replacing Iwobi out for out, if we're having the same formation, it's a no-brainer. He, of course, comes in if we keep the shape of last time and Iwobi drops. But Gray and Townsend, I think, have played just above a level where they should be replaced. But Gordon, let's give him some proper time if it's not working out early doors. A lot of potential changes there. A lot of things that I could feasibly hear people say aren't going to work. I'm not necessarily sure they're going to work, but you've got to remember this is me looking at Benitez's psychology and what he's got available to him. Pickford in goal, Coleman, Keane, Godfrey and Luca Dean. The three-man midfield of Alan, Delph and Gbamin. The more I look at it, the more I'm talking myself out of it. And a front line of Townsend, Richarlison and Gray. How would you play it? Would you go with the traditional two-man midfield and keep Gbamin and Alan? And Alan, drop Gbamin for Delph and have Alan and Delph. Should Gordon be playing? Would you keep Holgate in instead of Keane? Let me know the answers to all of these things. Give me your team below. Let me know what consistency, because we're going to have Doucouré out for a while, Calvert-Lewin out for a while, and it looks like maybe Mina out for a while. So we've got to settle with something we're happy with for a month or so here and just hanker down and try and get some form and consistency out of them. So tell me what team that should be that you think is capable of doing that against the big opposition we've got. And let's just hope for a result and hope I'm going with the same team next week because we pulled out a result. Cheers, guys.